We are go.
Welcome to the stream.
We are not streaming. You bitch.
No, we're not. Fuck you.
All right, who's giving recap today?
I got you.
Yeah.
All right. So our quick recap of last session, because for the video we're limited on time today, because of me. So, last session we were getting ready to leave on our journey northward to go look for Speck's father. We needed to, or we were thinking a faster way to do it would be to rent an airship to go along the way. We went up to the Skydock. Is it called the Skydock?
I
Talk
think so.
talked to a bunch of people, and we decided to go with our scientist friend. Oh, I'm forgetting names. Eunice, Eunice, to with him on his ship because he offered free passage because he was headed that way anyway on a research trip that we wanted to join in on and probably will join in on to find a floating city because that sounds awesome. Immediately upon leaving, we had our ship rock really weirdly. We didn't think anything of it, but little did we know, as we found out while we were traveling from an explosion on our ship, that was someone, the Arrow, one of the 4 blue cloaks, boarding our ship to wreak some havoc. We instantly crit one-shot the blue cloak member, revived them, and were interrogating them, at which point we found out they were Jaden, one of our friends from the Heron's Gaze Guild, that we found out wasn't actually part of the Heron's Gaze Guild, and may have stabbed us in the back a little bit. We left off with the first and only words out of Jaden, which were, "I'm sorry, Mr. Holden," a title only called to Holden by Jaden, which is how we identified him, and that is where we left off.
Them. We'll get you. We'll get you one of these days.
We'll get you one day.
Them.
All right.
The pronouns, I'm good most of the time. Not this time.
I'm switching from screen start. There we go. The like get comfortable opening, and we are go.
Yeah. You guys are stuck in this moment. Jaden is just like the big old tears are kind of pouring down the sides of their face. And they are looking like at Holden and kind of like vague, like kind of quickly look over the group of you, and then they look down again.
Who are you?
It's Jaden.
Yeah, I think Holden's hands probably drop to his side, and he just Jaden.
You all are able to kind of see Jane kind of visibly shrink inward into themselves a little bit. Their name is said aloud by several people in the group.
Jaden's currently being held up by somebody, right?
I think they're standing of their own volition.
Yeah, they are.
Their hands are bound. Would they be bound in the front or the back?
I think the front so that we can see them.
Okay. So they're standing on their own.
Okay. Holden will probably slowly walk up to Jaden. Do they back away at all?
No, you do see there's like they tense as you're approaching. Like they're anticipating some sort of
You might have lagged. You disappeared. Some sort of
no pain.
Some
pain. Okay. Holden will reach out and hug Jaden as tears start to fall. And he says, I'm sorry. I didn't mean, I didn't know it was you.
You'll see Jane shake their head a little bit at that, and they say, "It's okay. I just wanted to slow you down."
Why?
I didn't want anyone to get hurt.
Why would we get hurt?
Jaden sits up a little bit, and they like turn their head a little bit to try and wipe their face on their shoulder. Take a steadying breath, kind of looking at Holden and then the rest of the group. They're like, you told me where you were going, and the after. I think that he'd kill you. I just wanted to buy time, and then I could get ahead of you all. I thought I could, and then you got on an airship, and that was worse. So I panicked, and I got on the ship, and I just needed the ship to go down so that I could get ahead of you.
Why are you affiliated with them?
It's kind of complicated. I started out because I needed the money, and the Blue Cloaks, people pay a lot of money to take out targets. I'm pretty good with a bow. I have a big family, and I needed to pay the bills, and once I'd gotten a good amount, I thought I could leave, but then I ended up high enough rank that I'm not allowed to go anymore. Turns out you're a Blue Cloak, or you're dead.
I see. Okay.
There's there has to be some way to get out of that. Not in a you didn't try way, but like, surely there's something that could be done.
Don't think so. People have tried. I've known people who try, and the Sting will hunt them down. Or if they're really good at hiding, then the after gets them, and they get strung up in the Blue Cloak bases.
Oh. How does the after get them?
I don't know.
We've met the after, haven't we?
I haven't.
Wasn't he the one, the fighter that we ran into with Jaden at the dragon?
Jane will nod.
I mean, I saw him, but I didn't chase after him. I'm also sorry about that.
No, that was okay. It was also fair. I don't know how the after works. Um, kind of like his appearance, he's pretty um, secretive and functions under the cover of darkness, and back alleys and underground and after sunset. I don't know how he finds these people. They usually have pretty solid means of escaping, hiding from magical divinations and all of that, but the after always finds them.
Did they know that you were coming here for this?
No. I was hoping to get ahead of you guys so that I could get to the after first and maybe get him to get out of the way, go somewhere else, or somehow deter you guys from going where you were going.
Hmm. What are we walking into that the after would kill us?
I'm honestly not sure. He spends a lot of time in Sheebish, and sometimes people go poking their nose where it's not supposed to be, and those people disappear. So I promise, I really don't know. I just know it's bad, and if it's something that the after's really interested in, then I think that he wouldn't hesitate to get rid of you.
Is there any magic compelling you to not speak about the Blue Cloaks? General information?
No. But if it gets out that I've told you guys this stuff or more, I don't think that I'd be the only one to suffer. I need to keep my family safe.
I respect that.
Um.
Holden, if you need time, I have a question.
Yes.
Do you? This is going to sound a little worded a bit weirdly. Do you know that they don't know what you're doing? Like, are you sure?
You see Jaden make a little bit of a face. It's even with passive insights, it's clear that Jaden does not know they were taking a gamble.
Rose will kind of nod to herself.
Is it really that stacked against us, against the after?
They don't know much of what they do. That's a part of what makes them so terrifying. You're either dead when the after is focused on you, or you do what they say. I don't really know how dangerous it would be. I just want to try and keep you guys out of it as much as possible.
Fenris nods. Oh, well, this got more complicated than it needed to be. You know, Jaden, I was this close to asking you to come join our party. Like, this close.
Sorry.
I don't see.
What has changed?
I don't see. I'm agreeing with Holden. It sounds like. It sounds like this person, the after. It sounds like you don't really know how they function, and in that case, you don't really know if they know what you're doing here. If you're having this conversation with us, if we're going into this situation anyway, why not join us?
I was about to say I was gonna extend the offer now. The reason I didn't ask before is as a Heron's Gaze member who mostly focuses on healing at clinics. I didn't know if you would be able to hold your own out in the field when we're adventuring. Clearly you can. I gesture at him.
Them.
We'll get you one day, Zach. Damn you.
What?
Pronouns, you motherfucker.
Oh, fuck.
Like you see Jaden kind of shuffle on their feet a little awkwardly. I don't understand why you guys would trust me. God, I've been lying to you guys the whole time.
You won't be lying to me that long. It's fine.
Rose kind of makes like the like face where she purses her lips, like a good point face.
Yeah. Jade will-
Here's
It wasn't malicious.
sorry. Here's my follow-up to that. Were you lying that you wanted to be our friends?
No.
Were you lying that you cared about us enough to risk potentially being found out to slow us down so we wouldn't die?
No.
Then I don't think you were lying about the things that mattered.
I'm gonna insight just in case.
Okay.
God, thank fucking God. I texted Britt about that because Holden wouldn't, but I was like, dude, no one's
No one's
trying. We're just
inviting.
Rose
fooling
wouldn't
them.
for most of it, but
So I don't know how good she is. I did get a 17 plus 7, so 24.
I got an 8, so
Hard to read Jaden. I don't know what to tell you, Dre. 24 is what you said, Howie?
Yes.
Jaden is being honest. To what you can tell.
He's not gonna say anything right this second, but it will kind of smile as she just like shyly is saying, "Yeah, I care about you." Or they, sorry.
All
Fuck.
good. What have you done? I'm calling the pronoun police.
We never asked you more about yourself. I wouldn't say you really lied.
A lie of not telling someone is still a lie, but you did the right thing this time. How I give a thumbs up.
Jaden didn't. You weren't there for it, Ray. But they refused to kill a child when ordered to.
I think Ray just kind of gives you a small look of like, is that like not as in like a too judgy look, but that doesn't tell me much because that's a very low bar.
I was thinking
congratulations.
the same thing.
I mean,
You
working
don't
for an
get it. You don't get it, Ray.
working
Jaden
for an
doesn't kill
organization
children.
that kills kids, and you being someone who won't, and also being top 5.
Four.
That's sounds good to me.
Hey,
Yeah.
really good at your job.
I'm saying top 5.
Still
That would
correct.
also be true.
Yeah. I think you guys see
Well-
Jaden like shake their head. You guys are really nice. I appreciate that, but I've done horrible things. I'm a mass murderer.
Yeah.
Why would you don't need to trust me. You shouldn't trust me.
But you're so trustworthy.
Am I?
I'm pretty good at reading people, and you haven't seemed to be lying at all. Like, it's about the whole since we saw your face. That's a good. Yeah, that's what we call this. But yeah, you did some bad stuff. When you die, we'll see what happens, where you go. But in the meantime, you seem like a pretty good person.
Rose, you cast like a seeing spell earlier on them, right? Identify, I think.
Yes. Just to see if there was magic affecting them or the speech, anything like that.
Was there?
No, there was nothing.
Okay. At least you're not cursed.
Feels like kind of a low bar, to be honest.
Low bars are better than no bars.
How are you able to tell us anything? Or should you not?
I mean, I guess Rose does kind of have a point. That I guess I've already made a risky choice.
Can I insight that?
Sure.
No.
Ah. Well, on a scale of 1 to 20, I rolled a 1.
Oh, Jaden's a liar. Dirty monster. No, I'm kidding. You can't catch much, really. Jaden is still in this phase of like, they did just die and come back to life. So there's a lot of like shock that still exists.
Whoops.
Shock and pain because they are kind of out of the commission for a while. Their shoulder was fucking cleaved almost off of their body. So
Whoops.
Look,
I was gonna have Jaden make a joke about being double dead, and then I was like, no, I better not.
why not?
Not the time, not the place.
Holden moment.
Holden moment.
Typical
Double
paladin
Jeopardy.
moment.
I don't. You don't have to say anything if it would be a danger to you.
It's not me I'd be
She-
concerned about.
Right, you do have an entire family.
Well, we actually
Have a solution for that.
not right now.
I think Howie, I think you and I are on the same wavelength out of game.
Yeah,
I'm not.
we're
I'm
both
really
making a
hoping
book.
it's the idea I instantly thought of when Jaden went. People don't just disappear, and I went, oh, done.
Yeah, they do.
Uh,
We're gonna do,
but Holden's a
you are.
moron. What are you? What are you guys talking?
Okay.
We can't just
uh,
whisk them away.
I wear the swordsman.
Rose face palms.
Like,
Holden, I actually I don't have this spell, but what do I think? We could put them with your training partner.
Oh,
mhm.
would that be possible?
Yes,
Jaden, how big of a family are we talking?
it doesn't matter.
500
Yes,
siblings.
It does. We only have one chapter so far.
Have you seen how many houses?
Like 2, man. Come on, we can't kick other people out of their houses.
The houses on our left, right, front, and back were all empty.
No, Jaden, how many people are we talking?
It's 6 of my siblings and my father.
Oh, okay, never mind.
How
Are they
many
on this
people do you think
continent?
or they had in their family?
Well, I don't know what counts as a large family.
Oh right, I forgot you didn't have a family.
I don't have memories of my family. Excuse you.
Sorry.
And I have
just-
you
I just
guys,
got hold
the best family of them all. Rainbow.
Aw.
Said it that way. No.
Jaden, is your family on this continent?
Yeah, but they're on the other side. They're in Tarlin. I was headed back that way.
All right, guys, let's turn this thing around.
Turn the ship around!
Bryn, I hope you.
I wish we knew you were even sooner. We could have saved them way earlier.
Can the after teleport?
I don't know. The whole point of their namesake is that people only ever see the aftermath. So.
That's
I think Rose snaps and goes, "Oh."
Yeah.
that's a cool name.
Why weren't they named the
I'm
map?
sorry.
Because I feel like that would be a terrible name.
And you'd be right.
Oh.
Wait, did they
How-
have to come up with the name themselves?
I don't know.
Hold on, this is unimportant.
Sorry.
I'm equally as curious, but we'll get there. Jaden, how, if you had to guess, how willing would your family be to moving where other people kind of don't exist?
That was the worst possible way.
I mean, like, they do, but they don't.
Okay. Stop.
I don't know how much I'm supposed to say because we're worried about someone listening.
There aren't other people around. It's not dying. 'Cause
If we're talking about if we're thinking of things in air
Partner.
quote coded terms without trying to give things up in case someone is listening. We have a safe place we could keep your family that we know would be safe.
Is it? My father's kind of
Well,
in
you
a
never have
trailer.
to be too far.
Do you mean
from them.
do you mean if you're asking how far? 2 steps.
I'm really confused.
Good.
Hey
The whole
guys, while
point
you
was to not say
torment,
exactly what it
while,
was.
while you torment our friend, I have to go let the dog out because he's just staring. At me.
Wait, no, don't let the dog out. There's ships flying. No,
I'm
don't.
sorry.
No,
I
The
have
dog
no,
jumps
to.
off the
I
side of
have
the
to.
ship.
Goodbye.
It's Fido, not Flido.
Holden picks up the dog and goes out onto the deck and jumps over the side of the ship. And lands on his feet, puts the dog down.
10 minutes later, he
the
jumps
dog
back up.
dies.
He jumps back up. No, you're tied to a rope. The ship is still moving. You're like, please hurry, please hurry. I'm running out of rope. Go, go, please. No, no.
I think Rose just kind of like pinches the bridge of her nose a little bit and just says, "We have an extra dimensional space. Without telling you where it is or what the entrance is, we have one. It is perfectly safe for your family."
I'm not like a. Is it dark in there or?
No,
No.
it's actually
Okay.
quite cozy.
We're keeping people safe in there. Other people right now.
People, yeah, yes.
Is there enough room?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay. What about food and compensation?
Taken care of. Compensation not needed. Food provided.
Also, a trebuchet.
There is also a trebuchet. I've been launched from it 3 times now.
Or you guys explain things, the
Unnecessary.
more confused I get.
We have a
Jaden
very
also,
confusing job. I will admit.
yeah. Jaden kind of like looks at the
Also-
group of you guys, and you're like, "No compensation needed." It's very clear on their face that they're like, they just don't believe you. And they're like, "Okay."
Oh. Raid fully gets this. Hey, these guys are suckers. It's fine.
Okay. What are you guys gonna need from me? Nothing's free, right?
Have you met Holden?
Holden is currently T-posing. Jaden. Look at Holden.
He's a 3D model. You can see
Yeah,
you see the joints.
the
Actually,
rigging.
Oh
I
no,
just point-
collision physics are out of whack.
I just point back to him with my thumb. This guy cures people with a malady every day for free.
We're a 2D style, and he's a 3D model.
He's a poorly rendered 3D model.
Oh my gosh, it's Hagrid from the Harry Potter video game.
Yeah, yes, but in a
Super
in a
low
for
poly.
yeah.
I mean, I guess that's true. It's this easy. You don't need anything from me, and
Well, we need to go all across the freaking continent to get your family, but other than that,
I think Rose kind of crosses her arms and says, "It guess it wouldn't be right to demand things from you."
Yeah, you're basically being held hostage. It'd be a really jerk move to like make you do stuff for us.
I'm back.
I think
Come back.
Rose kind of like tilts her head a little bit and like says very dryly, she says, "We did kind of take your life. There's not a whole lot we could take after that."
Okay, damn.
Sorry.
It's also really. This is also hilarious that the like would be kind of fucked up for us to take you hostage and demand things of you. You say to the person who has been held hostage and things have been demanded of them for
They're
like
under
years,
arrest.
and they're like, "Yeah."
They're not being
They've
held
done
hostage. They're under
crimes.
arrest.
They exploded this ship.
Citizens arrest.
I'm saying this as I walk up to Jade. This is kind of ominous now that I think about how I'm saying this. As I walk up to Jaden and pull out a knife.
Jane's tense.
Um,
What is
Dude,
that?
are
I
you
was gone
are
for
you
like 10 seconds, guys. What the fuck are you doing?
Literally
Are you-
stabbing Jaden. Oh my god.
No, I'm not stabbing Jaden.
Hold it,
Um,
hold it, stop him.
Are you
Your
Are you
recap,
able-
Shay. I'm sorry, just very fast. What they've said is that they've alluded to this like extra space where they would keep Jaden's family, and Jaden was asking if like what is the catch? Like nothing is free, and they're like, "You've met Holden. What do you mean
I said
nothing
have
is
you met
free?"
Holden?
That's pretty much all you missed. Go ahead, Zach.
I say, are you able to access your family quickly, even though they're far away? I've seen you teleport to arrows before, but I don't know if that's out of that distance is too far. As I get, sorry.
Jaden's like clearly taking like small shimmy steps backwards. Nothing too fast, but it's just like
Dude, put the knife
anxious.
down. Like,
Oh,
Knife
I've-
away.
when I get up to him, I look at the knife and I don't even realize. Oh, Are you not gonna stab me when I cut off your ropes? Are you?
You took all my weapons.
Okay, I cut off the ropes.
Do you need any extra healing?
No, no, I'll be fine. I don't have anything on me that I can contact my family with right now. Usually, I just send a letter through the
did you just
magpie
say
mail.
send? Wait, that doesn't make any
Yes.
sense.
No.
Message.
I mean, it could.
I can send stuff, and so can Rosabella.
We would need
So
a
can I on a
picture,
good
right?
day.
I would need some kind of familiarity, yes.
Do you have a locket, mayhaps?
They like one arm is just like they are not moving that arm. The injured like shoulder, they're not moving that arm at all. The other hand, they kind of like feel down and like pat on their boots and like underneath between like where the boot and the leg is, you know. And they pull out a folded up, pretty well loved piece of paper. Kind of awkwardly offer it out.
Sick.
Rose will take it.
Do you take a look at it?
Yeah.
The picture has 7 children and 2 parents. It's a younger picture of Jaden for sure, probably when they're closer to 18 or so. There's 3 pretty young, probably identical triplets. Someone slightly older, then there's Jaden and 2 older siblings before there's the mother and father.
Oh,
It's one of those posed pictures, you know, where they like everyone's wearing similar-ish colored clothing and they're all just like sitting on like some steps together. Yeah, it's a pretty nice picture. The mother was an elf and the father is a human.
Would this count as familiar enough for the sending spell?
I think that plus Jaden giving you names of the people in the picture would probably be enough. Jaden would kind of like awkwardly while you're looking at this picture. It's like weirdly like feeling kind of naked in a way of like somebody looking at this family picture for Jaden. They explain my mom is no longer around, but probably call Briar. Briar's the eldest. She's the one sitting on the top step next to my mom.
Okay. Rose will hand the picture to Ray and say, "I don't have sending prepared."
Okay.
Hey,
So
before we call,
Sorry.
what are we saying?
All right, Jaden, do you want me to? Yeah, you should write down the message form.
Let's
If you want to, and
maybe
you can ask any information that you kind of need.
maybe include something so that they know it's from you, because it'll be in Ray's
Oh,
voice.
will turn into Jaden.
Oh,
It'll be in their voice. Don't worry.
okay.
I
Jaden's like a little pale.
I'm really glad we are good people.
That was a piece of information I didn't know.
Surprise.
You didn't know I was a changeling? I'm great, dude.
No, I didn't.
Oh, sorry. I am a changeling. I'll be right back. I'm getting a phone call.
there are other people who are great.
Oh my god, Ray goes, yeah, I'm a changeling. And his phone goes, dream on! He pulls out his cell phone. He goes, hold on, I'm getting a phone call. Ray here.
Jaden, would it be okay if I tried something to help a little bit with your arm? Your shoulder.
What did you have in mind?
I have the ability to use Greater Restoration a couple of times in a day. Might be able to help remove some of the exhaustion that might be there, or something. I just
Jaden,
feel bad
go ahead.
leaving you like this.
Jaden offers you like a weary half smile and shakes their head a little, says, no, it's okay. Should probably just leave it as it is. Won't be able to shoot a bow for a little bit, and that probably is for the best. So one can feel
A little bit.
a little more at ease.
Okay.
It's deserved anyway. Really, it's okay.
Sorry for breaking your arrows and throwing them away.
No, that was a smart choice. I can't do the magic that I know without the arrows, so good
Okay,
choice.
do they need to be like specially made, or can you just use any arrow?
Any arrow is fine, but I
Here you
guess
go.
have-
Here's a bow. Here's a
Yeah.
crossbow. You don't even need both, eh?
Jaden takes the arrow, stabs it into Fenris, casts
Oh.
power word death, and you
Thank
die.
God. Thank God.
Power wo-
Power word death
Power
needs you to
word
have less
die.
than 200 hit points.
Yeah.
I have
Most
37.
PCs.
Gotcha.
You die like several times over.
I was wrong. I
6
have
times.
31.
You double die.
You quadruple die.
Actually, at 200, I 6 times died.
That's
Get
okay.
comboed.
Big
Your
die.
soul goes to super hell. Congratulations.
I'm with Pendus. Woo!
Wow. Alrighty.
Hey, no, get out of
Anyway.
there.
think Jaden kind of will
Yeah,
look
fine.
back over at Ray now that Ray's done with their phone call. Fantasy phone call. What do you want me to say in terms of when you're planning on doing this, if you do actually want to? Should I just tell them to start packing, or
I mean, we're not going to be able to get there for a long time.
Hmm.
Well, that's true. Hmm.
I don't think there's a reason to send right now. I just think that it's a good option to have.
You said they were in Thadir.
no, they're in Marnock. It's the capital
Oh.
of Torin.
Do you know where the other members are?
I only know where the Harmony is because they don't move. Staying in the
Well,
after
that should
kind of
be easy
move
done.
around.
Are they near Marnock? Harmony?
Yeah, they're in Malabar
The Harmony is
in Tarlin.
the only one we haven't seen.
They're in Malabar?
Mhm.
That's pretty good.
Where is Malabar? Oh, here. Fuck.
They're a performer. A Warforged.
Oh,
Their real name is Marluxia.
Oh.
Yes, die now.
Another name ripped from me.
Their name is Holden. No.
that one's gonna be the worst when it
We
happens.
would have to travel. It's a lot of distance if we went there first. If we dealt with the after and then went there after, we would just have to beat whoever's closest to Marnock.
We
Well, so
I don't know if we're beating the after.
we don't have to deal with the after. We just have to save our friend.
True.
Yes.
well, we might have to deal with the after. Like,
Maybe,
No,
but
the
what
after-
I'm saying is,
Those are one
what
and
I'm
the same.
saying is, we're not going there to deal with the after.
that's true.
Jaden, do you know where the Blue Cloaks would be keeping prisoners?
I assume it'd probably be in the guild house that we have. They're kind of all over the place, but there is one in Sheebish. It's pretty big.
Would it be possible to get in and out unnoticed?
Jaden looks around at this like very noticeable group.
Mm-hmm.
I would not be going.
I'll turn into a completely
No.
normal dude.
Yeah, most of you probably not.
What if some people, like one normal and complete object?
You,
You got out.
Ray, you
Oh,
were
What
choking
about
on
one
something.
normal guy and a completely innocuous object?
An object?
Hmm.
I don't understand why the object is important.
We are the object. But like,
Oh wait, wait.
would
This
they
Oh,
is not.
I get what you're saying with the
would
object.
would they be suspicious if it was just like a guy and a fork, or like a guy and a spoon? I got stuck on
A
silverware.
Are there are
spoon?
are normal people allowed in the guild house, or is it just members of the Blue Cloaks?
The Blue Cloaks don't have obvious guild buildings. Everything is. We're in like an underground organization.
Mm.
So if
So
someone
if you're
just walked in, it would be very weird.
Yeah, if somebody just walks in, they either join or they disappear.
But if you walked in, that would be fine.
Yeah.
Rose will look at Ray and shrug.
I give like finger guns and turn back into them for a second.
Jada just kind of looks at you for a minute and then, like, side eyes Holden and the others for a moment. It's just like,
Mm.
I'm really confused. Am I being killed again or?
No.
No.
I would not have spent 300 gold pieces to bring your ass back from the brink, just to kill you again.
Okay. So then you want to go in dressed like me.
Well, we're not exactly working with the assumption that you're going to want to go back in there after doing what you've done.
I mean, if it would help.
You've already put your neck out for us a lot, it seems. So we'd understand if you wanted to kind of dip. With all
And
this
go
And
where?
Tom
Tom
can go
and
invisible.
Dagger stuff going around. What?
If you're going
Um,
in, Tompkin's gonna want to go with you.
Oh, sure.
Falcon has been in the background, kind of like out of sight of specifically Jaden. Not for any particular reason, just for the sake of stranger danger, essentially. But like, I was gonna text this to Ray briefly when you guys were like, we could just turn course and go straight to Tarlin. I was gonna text Ray and be like, do you feel some very piercing eyes staring at you from the shadows? Tompkin is around, just like not in Jaden's sight.
Can
To what
I?
you've seen,
Oh,
Tompkin can't naturally turn invisible, but you do have spells for that.
Is it possible that I could walk around the entire ship just above deck in like 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Detect Magic. And just kind of do a sweep of the entire, like, our entire area around us.
Okay.
And just
What
looking
is
for
it?
anything unusual, anything I haven't sensed before.
Okay. You said just above deck?
Yes.
Or you want to go sure. Okay, just above deck. Okay, while Rose is doing that, what does everyone else want to do? Are you going to continue talking with Jaden or taking different
Yeah.
actions? Okay. Fenris, Ray?
I think Fenris
I
is
think-
kind of staring up into space, pondering, which is what I'm doing right now.
Okay.
I'm scheming.
Fair enough. Ray?
I think Ray would like to keep talking to Jaden.
Okay.
If they're going to be helping us with this, oh no,
Okay.
we probably need more info.
Rose, go ahead and give me a perception check while you're walking around.
Sure thing, boss.
I'll still give you the basics of what you would see no matter what, but for anything, bonus
9.
content. Okay. So much for the bonus content. I'm kidding. You are walking around above deck. The engine of the ship seems to be magical. It's no longer on fire. It seems like that was dealt with. No more smoke. And you're still in the air, so bonus.
Huge.
As
Oh,
you get towards like the front of the ship, you're also catching a pretty strong magical signal, but you're catching that is from the inside where the research area is.
Mm.
And it's like you don't want to look at that very long. It's bright. There's a lot of magic down there, just like magic shit.
what type?
Um, it's a wide variety, honestly. There's some abjurative magics. It's a lot of different things. There's a little bit of almost everything aside from like probably necromancy or divination.
Mm.
Kind of a good collection of like conjurations and abjurations, and I should be better at listing these off. Illusion.
It's okay.
I'm a wizard main. This is embarrassing.
I always
Ye-
feel like I'm forgetting one or two.
I get so much shit for when I tell people I'm a wizard main. Anyway, yeah. Other than that, though, you're not seeing any mysterious floating orbs around the group when you casted the spell initially, or around the top part of the ship.
Okay. You knew exactly what I was looking for.
Yeah, I knew you were looking for.
Rose will come back to the group and just say, okay, there doesn't seem to be any kind of like magic watching us or anything. Do we just want to? We can go even below deck and continue this conversation, but do we want to like just tell Jaden and stop being vague and like
I would
cryptic?
love that actually.
Yes, I would also like to go plan together
Okay.
because I have ideas.
So Jane, it's a book.
We have a demi plane in a book.
Oh,
It has
is
a
that what you
city
meant by a
inside of the demi
fork?
plane.
Yeah,
Yes.
or a spoon.
Oh, okay.
Holden was using very clever code words to allude to the fact that we had a magic item that we could use to transport a lot of people. In fact, as we kind of said earlier, we already have people in there. They're the people that your friends were hunting down.
Nope.
Not friends. I
The Mothkin.
like
Nope. That's
to
not the
them,
blue
not
cloaks.
friends,
That's
right?
the evil hummingbloads.
Oh, that's right. You're right. My bad. I thought they were associated with the Blue Cloaks though.
I thought so too.
They're like in cahoots.
They are offshoots of the Hummingblades. They are not in cahoots with the Blue Cloaks. They're assumed
Okay.
to be kind of in the same vicinity of like criminal underbelly, like hush hush kind of group, but they are not directly associated.
Okay.
If you know anything about them, we can, and if they're the ones with keeping hostages, we can avoid the Blue Cloak base entirely.
I mean, sometimes there are hostages, because sometimes people want other people found and brought back alive, or actual literal hostage situations, or torturing for information. There's a lot of reasons for the Blue Cloaks to take people. So we do have a place for that. But I'm not aware of. Sorry, who are you looking for?
They're an offshoot of the Hummingblades who have been hunting and capturing specific races.
Oh, it sounds kind of familiar. I think. I'm pausing as I roll dice. Thrilling content. I don't know anything. Roll the one.
Oh,
I can't remember. Sorry.
useless. Let's kill them.
Throw them off the boat.
If
Falling
we
damage.
if we are able to avoid, if this group is unrelated with the Blue Cloaks in this endeavor, and we can avoid the Blue Cloak base entirely, then we have significantly more time to get your family to safety, because we wouldn't be going immediately into direct conflict.
My actual brain crapped out. Could you say that one more time? I'm so sorry.
If we
I was like, this is
if
taking a while.
we
I was processing.
if we are going to go after just this group and they're not affiliated with the Blue Cloaks, like you're saying, we have more time to get your family to safety because we're not going into direct conflict with the After.
I guess so. But if the After knows I'm traveling with you guys, I don't know how he'll respond.
Violently, probably.
I just,
Shaded makes a face that's like, yeah.
I'm just
Painfully.
because, and I'm not trying to brag when I say this. I feel much better with our chances against this person instead of potentially them going after your family.
I
would
agree.
rather they go after us first, because at least then we have a chance of potentially defeating them.
I think
Unless
that's a big
your
gamble.
family is badass warriors.
No.
Okay.
No.
Don't think that they would have had to join a secret criminal organization if their family could have made money on their own.
No, just to check. Do you need money still?
No, I have that handled. Money stopped being a problem a couple of years ago. My family has plenty of that. It's I am not allowed to quit. So they get a lot of money, at least. But they don't know what I do. Please don't tell them.
Ray, is there a magic scroll shop in Almina?
Yes. Am I lying?
No.
You
How much
answered
money do
before
we have?
you knew? Evil.
I
You
like
must.
answered and then I remembered. I was like, wait, we didn't specifically say magic shop because I knew there were shops where cool stuff was. I just didn't.
Yeah,
I truthfully was super confident, and then I like thought of it.
No, yeah. The magic school has a like scroll compendium for purchasing in public use.
Yeah, the magic school is like a scroll compendium for that kind of stuff. What?
How much money do we have as a party?
Enough.
I have 300
What are you-
less gold due to the diamond I just used.
What are you thinking about?
The quickest way to get to Jaden's family would be to buy scrolls of teleportation circle and go from city to city instantly. We could head back to Almina after saving Speck's parents and just go and be there and instantly.
Well,
There's no way there's not a permanent teleportation circle in one of the important buildings in the capital. And I'm
Okay.
willing to bet there's one
I
in
actually have an
Almina.
idea. My brain's working. There's
For that matter,
of the Silent Sect, right?
yes.
There's what?
What?
What did you ask?
Oh, I was telling the group of like, you guys have heard of the Silent Sect, right? Like,
Oh.
I've told you a little bit about it. Like, you know what's
Yes.
going on
Oof.
Yes.
there. And well, you know, not to brag, but we have solved a couple of problems with the map fort. I think that they would be willing to maybe part with a really good scroll if we were to do something like, oh, I don't know, undo the malady that's permanently fucking with it.
True. That is.
That's definitely if we can't afford a scroll now.
Well, We would need multiple because it is a higher level than I can cast, so it wouldn't be something that I could transcribe. And
We
don't
only need
have it
one.
for when you can't.
how are we going to like get out of there quickly?
No, I get
What do
it.
you mean?
I get what you mean.
I'm
We're
going to
teleporting
attempt
into the cat.
to
We would
translate
need
here.
2, potentially 3.
If we are planning to leave, I think if we get everything, what else do we need to do up here?
I guess the only thing is if we were going to join Hunis on his search for the city.
That, and we also eventually, at some point, we need to travel to the northern continent of. What is its name? What's the big northern continent's name? I'm so sorry.
Is it
Thailand?
Iceland?
No,
No,
Thailand.
Thailand.
Oh, I think said Iceland is a joke. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
Iceland.
Yes, Thailand. We need to travel there to help cure one of our friend's sicknesses. At some point. What's the sickness called again? I'm so sorry. That's the
Hanahaki
one where-
disease.
Yeah, Hanahaki.
If we want to get back to here, we would need 2. The other option is we could hit our little loop talking to people in... What's the name of the city? Our last obligation for Celadine is to talk to Kashvani about the war over there. So we could hit Shibish for the for Speck's father into Kashvani to talk about the thing, back to Almina, purchase scrolls, get teleport to Marnock, pick up Jaden's family, and head north to the outpost in Thylacine.
Lot of zigzagging in our journey.
Yes.
If we want to... There's 2 things that are potentially difficult, shall we say. Number 1 is if we want to come back here to help our friend Hunis with his search for the floating city, which we all sounded like we wanted to do, but we weren't on a time limit, so to speak.
Is it a floating city, or is it just a moving city?
It seemed like it was both floating and moving because there was
It
a
was
trail of
moving.
sand falling from it.
It was
Yes.
moving for sure.
Dang. Got like little legs.
The other difficulty, potentially, is, even though I don't feel like doing this, if Alden wants to go back to Celadine after we've completed our duties here.
What do you think, Alden?
I would prefer he just stayed with us, but I don't want to deny him that choice.
I'll do whatever
Alden.
you guys think is best. I mean, I won't lie. There's a lot to do. Whatever will get results quickest for Celadine, I think, is what I should be doing.
I meant after Kashvani. That was the last thing we have to do for our objectives for them.
I don't know. I'd like to know how bad it is over there first before I make any sort of decision.
speaking of which, you should use your sending stone and send back in tonight and tell them that we passed on the word to Almina about help and get a check-in.
Yeah, I'll do that. I guess that'll tell me what I need to do. I'll go
Remember,
do it now.
you're always welcome to stay with us.
He gives a smile. He's like, I appreciate that. You guys make me want to take a vacation. I love
It's our pleasure.
being here, but you stress me.
We should pay
Give
you
you a-
more often.
Shake his head. Give Fenris a pat on the shoulder on the walk by to get some privacy to make this call.
Okay, so I'm still trying to wrap my head around needing the teleportation.
I mean,
If
it's an option.
We could
as for
just
the
run.
need, hold on. As for the need for it, right? I lay out I'm gonna in game lay out a map on the table, but I'm looking at this on Roll20.
Hmm.
If we come into contact with Blue Cloak members who recognize Jaden in Shibish, unlikely, because we don't intend on going into conflict with them, assuming Speck's father is not being held by them, and is held by instead the other group of Hummingblades. If Jaden is compromised at that point, one of two things is going to happen. One of the Blue Cloaks is going to come after us, or one of the Blue Cloaks is going to come after Jaden's family. If the only thing that happens is the Blue Cloaks come after us, that is something that we can handle and we don't have to take precautionary measures involving Jaden's family for, and therefore teleportation is not needed. The distance from Malabar, which is where the Harmony is, to Marnock, and from where we are to Marnock, if we just flew there or walked there, they are significantly closer. They would get to Jaden's family before we could help them. The distance from us to Almina to be able to instantly teleport and get them is much shorter.
Okay, I see
Essentially, if we want to take the risk out of the Harmony going up to Jaden's family, teleportation is the way to beat that clock.
I see what you're saying, but your suggestion is we go to Shibish, do this plan, and then go to Kashvani first, which is a detour, do what we need to do there, and then go back to Almina and hope that Jaden's family isn't being pursued. And also hope that they don't go back to Almina to meet us there.
We are also not including the fact that when we get to Shibish, the after will be there. To an unknown result.
Yes. I understand what you're saying. I feel like we are doing a really big loop for reasons that uh we can't predict.
Also, I'm not normally the one. I'm more optimistic normally, but I think I should be real here. While you are worried about the Harmony, the 4 named Blue Cloaks are not the only ones that exist.
True.
Also, Jaden says the harmony doesn't move.
If they wanted to go after your family, Jaden, I imagine they'd just send people, if I had to guess.
Jaden nods.
So essentially, we need to keep Jaden, and I gesture towards Ray, Jaden's persona or look, out of this in Shibish.
Yes, actually. That is a better plan.
And then hope that no one finds out and the result isn't to come searching.
That
In
kind of
that
from the,
case,
kind of from
Jaden,
like. Oh, go ahead.
I can't help but notice you've been kind of quiet. Is there something that we should know?
Jaden will kind of like look over at you for a second and go, no, no, nothing. I'm just listening.
My insight.
can I insight that?
Yeah, you guys go right on ahead. 3.
That's a 16 plus 7.
3.
What's my plus?
23.
I rolled a 10.
23.
What's my plus? Insight
10.
5, 15.
Okay, hold on. Let me roll this dice that totally doesn't mean anything about. Alright, well. Jaden's a terrible liar. There is something. Jaden is definitely withholding something.
We really want to help you. Okay? We're not trying to. If it's something we should know, I would like to, because. Look, we're in this together one way or another.
Jaden looks pretty
So it's not-
visibly nervous. It's nothing pertaining to what you were talking about. If I tell you everything about what the After's been doing, then you're gonna want to go after him more. That was kind of
To
the whole
be
point
honest,
of me
We're
doing
probably
any
going
of
to want
this.
to go after them eventually, regardless.
Yeah, yep. It looks so anxious.
Yeah, like,
Jaden,
our ultimate goal is to destroy the Blue Cloaks.
Is it?
I wouldn't say ultimate goal, but it's on the
Sorry,
checklist.
not ultimate.
well,
It's on the checklist.
I want to know. I need to know. All this dragon stuff. Is it for a good cause? Objectively, people can believe what they're doing is good. Will it do good for a large amount of people, or just the people hurting others right now?
I don't know why the After wants the dragons. I know he has a couple. I don't know what it's for, but I know that he has them, and they like very visibly like sigh. I know they're in the city. I know something's going on with the Silt Dragon because it's stopped moving, and there's usually a lot of seismic activity, and now it's gone.
This is going to sound dumb. It's going to sound really dumb.
Yeah.
After's whole thing is they find you, right? Like, regardless of where you are, what you're doing, where you've gone, they find you.
Yeah.
Has anyone ever tried to find them first?
I'd really rather you not.
Thank God.
This-
Thank God.
Why did you say thank God?
Somebody gets it.
Ray, I like where your head's at.
I don't like this.
I also don't like this.
Okay, but you don't like anything. Let's be honest.
Let's
You
also
never like
Rosemary.
anything that's even a little bit like not safe.
let's also lay some facts out on the table. The after hasn't been seen because the after gets the jump on people and runs away immediately afterwards. That's not an indication of strength. That's an indication of planning.
Well, they've got us beat in one area.
I'm not good at planning, but I can
Hey.
beat the shit out of it.
I mean, that's absolutely true. There's no arguing that. That's just right,
So,
Jaden.
if we were to somehow outplan the after and find them first, I'm just
Maybe
saying,
alone.
most
I really
most
don't think
people
this is a good idea.
most people wouldn't need to
Just be like, no.
surprise attack if they were strong. I'm just saying.
The after I don't think works alone. I think there's somebody else, and I
You're
don't know
saying there's
anything
two
about
of
that
them.
person.
That the after is multiple people, and that's why it seems like they're everywhere at once.
No,
You're
no,
a
that's not what I'm
genius,
saying.
Jaden.
No.
My
Please.
God. I didn't even think of that.
No.
That's not what Jaden is saying.
Jaden is saying that the after is actually triplets.
No. I'm saying the after doesn't work alone.
And they have the
And I think they
inherent
need more.
ability to swap
Okay,
places with
but-
each other.
Jaden is
Hold
trying
on,
to
please.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying that sometimes the after says us and our about whatever's going on with getting the dragons, and so I don't think that he works alone, but I don't know who it is. They've never talked about them outside of us and we. So what I'm saying is that the after has somebody else who's even more mysterious and has the respect of the after.
There's some
So I'm-
stupid fucking
And even
warlock
if-
bullshit.
So I am imploring you not to.
If we were to be able to take down the after, we would.
Please don't.
We hold on. I'm not saying we are, or that we could. I'm saying that if we could and we did, we would find ourselves staring down a new blade.
Or
Of
two
who-
blades at the same time.
Hmm.
What I'm saying is that even if you do manage to get a jump on the after, you might not get the jump on somebody you don't know anything about.
It's true.
I
I
have
would
a
love to know a little bit more about this after.
I have a feeling. And it's not a good feeling. Just do you think I'm sorry, Jaden, you might not understand this part. Do you think the after could be working with another one of those things that we keep finding?
It's possible.
Out of game
It's
wasn't
very
there?
possible.
Wasn't there one when the dragon got kidnapped, or am I remembering that wrong?
You did not feel one, Holden, when you were in the vicinity of Jaden and the after in the same place.
Okay. That doesn't mean the accomplice was there though.
Right. All you know is that means that it's not attached to the after, probably.
Okay.
But you have been duped before in Jihar.
Mm.
Sometimes they do have that
Some-
strange ability to cover themselves.
Yeah, sometimes the feeling
To your
isn't always
knowledge.
directly on them.
Yeah. So you can't know for sure.
Hmm. It always seems like whenever we find one of these things, they have some plan, some big thing that they're trying to do. Destroy Jihar, murder a lot of people. Um,
Blow up a volcano.
Convince one of us to give them a precious item.
Hey,
strong.
Jane looks really
a,
confused.
a disgustingly strong item for an unknown objective. They all seem to want to do something. Who wanted to blow up a volcano?
This one too.
the big hand
Oh,
in Ebony Arch.
Oh. Did that one make me sick?
no.
Yeah, no, that one
Weird.
that one was just a native, to be honest with you.
That was likely some sort of denizen of the Stygian.
Nah.
Okay.
Thank you. I mean, like, thank you for the real info, but I will deny it.
Okay.
Flat Earthers be like.
So if we're, I guess the decision then comes to, are we confronting the after now or not?
Not if we don't have
No.
to.
No,
And we should plan accordingly.
we were just.
We were
Listen,
discussing hypotheticals.
I'm very much a swing first, ask questions later. But we are being told no a lot. I trust Jaden's judgment on our strength.
Yeah, that's true. I guess they did see like what we're actually capable of, so it's not like they're being overly cautious.
Very well. Then let's plan around the idea of avoiding the After and the Blue Cloak Guild building while we are there. Jaden, would you be able to mark where the location of your guild building is on a map for our avoidance?
Do you have a map of Sheepish?
Not yet,
No.
but when we procure one, would you be able to tell us upon entering the city?
Sure.
Do we need to drop you off first? If you're seen entering at the same time as us, won't that raise suspicion of you?
Are
I
we
could
gonna
go
have
ahead of you
Jaden enter?
guys or
Are we
something.
gonna have Jaden enter the city?
Jaden, where did the Blue Cloaks want you to be next?
I don't have a job assignment right now. I get them in the mail from time to time, but the magpie mail brings them to me. So
So
nowhere
you are basically
yet.
on like leave right now.
I had an unknown amount of time. I was gonna see if I could make it home before I got another assignment, but not doing that anymore. Kind of like awkwardly rock on their feet, like
There's
heel to
potential.
toe.
How was this your first time doing this? Have you done this before to try and stop us from getting hurt?
Um, haven't done anything this direct.
What do you mean?
I mean, from time to time, whenever we were in the same city, I tried. But I've only seen you guys a couple of times, and I'm not as good at keeping an eye on you guys as the After seems to be keeping an eye on all of us. They say, like, gesturing to, like, the blue on their body, essentially. I didn't always know where you guys were. When
you-
you guys were in Yaren, I talked to you guys there, and I thought you were gonna leave. I kind of pushed it a little bit, and you had agreed that you were going to leave that day, so I thought everything was fine. When everything kind of hit the fan that night, I didn't expect to see you guys.
Hmm. You know, out of morbid curiosity, did we even impact the plan like at all? Or was it just
Um,
like a very minor bump for you all?
Well, I mean, the After still got what they wanted, so I guess no.
Oh man, that's the worst. When they're like, they're my arch enemy, and they're like, oh, we don't even know who you are. Like, asshole behavior. Not you, but the master.
Have you ever heard the Sting talk? Sorry. Now I'm in actual curiosity. You could ignore that one.
She doesn't talk. At least that I've ever seen.
I felt the sting. It hurt a
Who
lot.
Yeah.
says that? Oh,
Her skin is toxic to the touch.
ooh.
Typically it pushes people into anaphylactic shock if they've been in contact too much.
Like
I've
just naturally,
experienced it.
like
It's not
just
great.
poisonous.
Yeah.
Oh well, I see why you turned evil if that was your power. Yeah.
Hmm.
Did I have to ask? Because that warping, like teleportation thing that you do with the arrows, is that something you can do just naturally, or did you learn it somewhere? Like, and also, what was your code name? I don't think I ever caught it. And did you come up with it yourself?
No, I learned it from my dad. It's something that they teach at the military academy. He taught it to me. They teach a lot of kind of unethical or odd combat styles in Tarlin. Kind of keeps them on the top end of military prowess that way.
This might not go anywhere because it sounds like you don't really know a whole lot about the other Blue Cloak members that are kind of in your ranking. But it sounds like the Blue Cloaks, like I feel like you are not the only one that they have kind of convinced to join and then not let go even when you didn't want to do the things that you do. Do you know of any others like that?
Are you asking about the top members specifically, or just people in general?
I guess
Both.
both. Yeah.
In terms of the main group, the actor's in charge of it, and I don't know because the Steen doesn't talk, but she seems pretty content with what she does. The Harmony doesn't really go anywhere, but I think that based off of what I know, I think that they're a rogue warforged. So I think they're kind of stuck in what they do. I don't know if they mean for it to be that way or not.
Are they a victim, or what is it? What did we learn? Victim of the code.
I don't know what that is.
Are they stuck doing that because it's all they've been shown
Programmed to
coded
do.
to do?
Based on what I understand of the Harmony, they used to be coded to do entertainment stuff, and I think that's some sort of the fumes or something that they use in their shows kind of corroded some of their stuff and kind of mangled them. They still kind of understand stuff. I know that they get directions on who to take out when those people show up at the performances. But otherwise, I mean, I don't think they're coded to kill. I think that they turned rogue. For those a little more well traveled, which would probably be Ray and maybe Fenris. Can the two of you make me a history check?
Yeah, you got it.
Sure. 0.
Rose, you're
Did you
studied.
say
You can do one as
0?
well.
Oh, okay.
1 minus
Yeah.
1 is 0.
Wait, did you actually
Oh,
roll a 1?
I did.
No.
I sure did.
buddy.
No.
History?
Yikes.
17.
21.
21.
Okay. Ray, man. Jaden's saying some words,
I like
you know?
fully just
Whoa.
like
Yeah.
do
Your eyes
not
start going different
everything.
directions.
Yeah, like I fully am not listening or
Yeah.
comprehending what is being said.
Fenris, you know that there's typically two programmed-ish versions of Warforged. All that you've ever really seen are factory-made Warforged. Sometimes they are sentient, and sometimes they are, as you guys have learned, victims of the code. These are robots that do a specific task, and that is all that they know how to do. They kind of lack that sentient piece. Rose, in your studies, you have learned that information and you've seen that information before, but you did read in some tomes various accounts of these rogue Warforged, which is essentially Warforged that were, in as you've learned, victims of the code that have kind of broken a little bit in their hardware and functionality and kind of corroded in a way that they are misusing their programming.
Mm.
So you can kind of assume that from what Jaden has said, the Harmony used to be a victim of the code stage performer who has now corroded and uses that stage performance to get away with literal murder and nobody sees it. Because if they did, that would have been reported and obviously no one would go to those shows. So something's happening there.
Hmm. Okay. Well, I'm writing this down.
Hmm. I think
Well,
Jaden would probably continue and be like, other than those, there are people who I know that don't want to be a part of the Blue Cloaks. It's kind of 50-50 common occurrence. Some people love the ability to break the law. Others are desperate for the money, and then once they have it, they realize that it's a one and done signed contract. You don't just get to leave a criminal underbelly for free.
So what happens if we do what we have to here? We move your family into the book. I imagine it won't have to be permanent, but long enough for them to stop looking. What happens to you? Do you go in with them?
Jaden gives like a half smile and shakes their head. If I don't have to worry about my family's safety, then I'll dismantle the Blue Cloaks myself. Or at least do what I can before the after figures me out and wipes me off the face of the planet
Well, that's-
slowly and
I mean,
painfully.
that's not happening now.
You can't promise that.
Are you going without us?
Would you take me with you?
I did ask you, like 20 minutes ago.
I'm gonna be honest, I thought you were joking.
Nope.
No.
Not to sell me as a poor choice, but I feel like that's a poor choice.
No.
If we were, I'm just gonna say this then. If I had the copper for every time we as a group immediately the same day picked up somebody who had tried to kill us as a friend / new party member, we would have 2 copper pieces. So it's not like you're not in mixed company.
Okino waves from the back of the room, making themselves known just long enough to wave.
It's like
We would have
Fenris
2
raises
copper.
Fenris raises his eyebrow. Who's the second one?
Yeah, who's
Jaden.
You know, you said
It's
you
Jaden.
would have 2 copper pieces. Like,
We are offering friendship to Jaden right now.
Oh,
It's Jaden.
well,
okay, I thought you meant there was 2 and Jaden would be a
didn't
third.
actually try to kill us. Tompkin was just generally kind of threatening and still is. As I just kind of like give like a,
Oh,
like a little
Tompkin.
salute
Oh.
to the
You know,
corner.
you know what? That's a fair point.
I guess.
Jaden looks a little bit confused as Tompkin kind of steps a little more into view and goes, I would still kill
Tompkin.
you.
I know.
And
That's why
Jaden
we.
goes,
That's why
"Who-
we have
oh
you
my god!"
around.
Tompkin is a literal
What is
nightmare.
that?
So
Tompkin does like the Stitch like grin wave, like hi. Jaden like
yeah.
shuffles away a little. Just,
So
oh my gosh.
So yeah.
Of course, depending on how soon we can get this done, I guess next on the list is helping Eunice find some wandering ruins. So, you know, shuffling some priorities here, we have helping Flicker.
Yep.
I guess we'll settle on whether we do Keshwani now or after. I know it's a long travel, but if we can get 2 scrolls, then Keshwani should be pretty easy.
Rose shrugs, kind of as people are talking about Jade Jordan. She like shrugs and just says, "Worst case scenario, you have a member of your group of your guild, I guess, who can like scry on you constantly. But like, you tell us if that was the case.
I'd tell you if I knew, at least.
Right.
Oh yeah, I mean we're fucked. I think we should all like if there's any scrying happening, it's over. But it's over together. And that's what's important.
Got it. So, Jaden, welcome to the.
Soul family.
What do we call ourselves?
Soul
Still
family.
don't like that name.
You've never given me another suggestion. I
We
said
don't
Soul
need a
family
name.
like 2 years ago. Never got revisited. So
Because we never needed a name.
we are family bound by soul. Soul family.
Soul fam?
That doesn't dispute what I said.
We didn't need a name. We number almost in the 2-digit range now.
Yeah, we're
We're a-
basically like a tiny guild.
That's
We
what I
need
was
a
gonna
name.
say.
Like,
We are guild worthy.
like adventuring parties have names, guys. So what was the name you thought of, Holger?
Well, I don't think it works anymore. So-
I'm pretty sure the people who are my wards are now outnumbered by the people who are not.
No, you are correct. It doesn't work.
We have 9, including Jaden.
Yes. Almost
The
2 digits.
Mighty Nine. No.
Oh,
No,
Oh wait, no. I think that's
copyright.
you get Caleb Widowgast fireballed for that one.
That's just like a blast.
Do we count Eunice?
If we count either
Oh.
Eunice or Nash, we're 10.
I don't count Nash yet.
Mm-mm.
No,
Not
you
yet.
can't have Nash, yeah.
Nash,
our-
Nash
our
does
9
not like actually travel with us currently.
Our 9 is the 4 of us.
I would
Alden, Taro, Okino, Paladon,
And
and
maybe Jaden now.
Jaden.
I would say we don't count Eunice yet because this is our first trip. Same could go for Jaden, but like, fuck you.
But you've like known. How long have you known each other?
Jaden, 3 years.
Damn.
If I remember correctly, Jaden, you were properly or improperly stationed in, I want to say Backwater Bend, but it could have
Celadine.
been Celadine. We've been a lot of places in 3 years.
Yeah, I've been around a while, but I think it was Celadine.
Were you part of the Blue Cloaks when you first ever met them?
Yeah, I've been a part of the Blue Cloaks for probably 7 or 8 years.
Hmm.
Damn.
Okay, so hear me out really quick. Does everybody have? Can everyone quickly access Roll20 for me?
No.
I can.
What
It
the hell
lags
is
out.
that?
I tried earlier and it lagged out my Discord to hell. I couldn't hear you guys.
Oh, okay. Then never mind. I was
There's 9 of us. There's 9.
just so I can draw arrows for plan.
9 what?
If you want to screenshot the arrows that I drew to show
I'll-
Rose, that would be fine.
I'm on what's it called? Conga. I can like follow along with the
Oh, okay. So, I guess the plan right now, if I'm getting this right, is we're like we're at where the chicken is, right?
Mhm.
We're going to Shibish, right?
Yep.
In the event we don't get spotted in Shibish, and everything goes good as far as we're aware, right? We
Mhm.
go Kashvani for our thing,
Maybe.
back to Almina. No, I'm saying if we don't get spotted.
Well, outside of getting spotted, if we go to Shivish and we can find 2 teleportation scrolls, we could go get Jaden's family now, and like that is an immediate stress off of Jaden's back.
I guess that's true.
I don't know
I
what
guess that's true.
phrase I'm going for here.
If we okay, wait, hold on. If we go to Shibish, we don't get spotted, and we do, or actually, regardless, if we go to Shibish and there's teleportation scrolls that we can afford, we go here, 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 and then we move on to Kashvani and back to Almina.
Yeah.
Right? If we go and there's no teleportation circles, or teleportation circles / scrolls, and we don't get spotted,
Then
we go
depending
here, Kashvani, Almina, and then do the teleportation, and then we're fine.
Yeah.
Right? If we go to Shibish and we are spotted / compromised, and there's no scrolls here, we go back to Almina immediately.
Okay.
And like, if there's absolutely no worries with this part, there's no scrolls or anything, we have the luxury of potentially doing this the long way. And not teleporting it. Like airship stopping here, and stopping here. But I doubt that we'll have that luxury.
I don't know how viable this one is, depending on the airship.
Yeah. Yeah.
It might be better to do this.
Yeah. I mean, that actually good point. But we do have to come back to Almina to pick up weapons, so we'd have to go back here. I'm thinking the thing our plan hinges on is whether or not we're spotted and whether or not there's teleportation scrolls in Shibish.
I think. All right, hold on. I'm going to session info.
Yeah.
I gotta do. I'm making a to-do list for us that we should probably pin.
I would just write like hinging on these two, plan A through D, and we'll just talk about it.
Like?
Yes,
What?
it does. Isn't this great? Isn't this great, Howie?
I'm not having to write it. It's fine.
Cry about it.
What?
Nothing.
I said it's fine.
Are you writing stuff, Shay?
Yeah.
I love
Give me a second.
when Howie gets to feel how I feel. It's good for me in my bones. Refills my bones. Calcium.
I will fucking hollow out your bones. Like,
My bones are hollow. They're slowly filling with calcium.
you are a fucking bird.
I am a flightless bird.
It looks like you activated my fight or flight response. And I am a flightless bird.
Oh,
That
great.
is the last words that the fucking afters will ever hear. I just want to let you know.
That's right.
We're gonna
Whatever
hunt
you
this
guys end up
motherfucker down.
deciding, whatever you guys end up deciding is probably where I will leave the session in terms of like seeing a city, whether that be Shivish, Marnock, or just Almina again.
I think we're going.
I thought we were gonna stop in Balju.
The plan.
We were
have
No.
for repairs.
So we knew that
Oh.
it was more likely.
No. Weren't we gonna stop for repairs? He has a point.
Oh.
You guys are halfway between Balju and Almina. Either is an option.
Well, we're already going toward. Like, I would hate to have to go back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we if we need to go to one of the two, I would rather we go to Balju.
There is a point to be made, though, that if we go back to Almina, we could do this part immediately, and just the rest is stress free,
Yeah, true.
and just do the teleporty thingy.
I'll have to ask Tompkin. Tompkin.
Tompkins like a little too close to you. Like on the ground, still like at your hip level, but it's like staring at you.
Yeah.
He goes, yes,
Thankfully, Ray is not easy to scare.
that's fine.
Would you be willing to take a small detour to do this, or would you rather us go to Belgium and like closer to the place now?
Give me a persuasion.
Okay.
I'm gonna very quickly tilt my computer screen down because
Okay.
right when you
It's a
asked me
natural
that,
17
that's
plus
nice. A
6, so 23.
stink bug flew out of nowhere and smashed into my computer screen.
Oh.
Where did that
Gross.
motherfucker go?
Stink bugs, they're
Been
invasive.
trying to catch
Get
that
it.
bitch for
Get
several
it.
days. I don't know where he went. He's gone. Never to be seen again. Except for when he is. Anyway, what did you roll?
Total of 23.
23. For others who are less accustomed to uncomfortable staring and Tompkins' general presence, namely some of your NPCs such as Taro and now Jaden, are like visibly uncomfortable. There's like a silence as the two of them kind of stare at each other. Before Tompkin eventually just goes, no longer than a week.
So Tompkin's cool with it if we want to do that.
Tompkins chill.
How many days away from Almina are we by airship,
You guys only
Given-
traveled about half a day on airship.
given our current airship state?
Are you flying all the way to Marnock, or are you just
no,
going back
Almina.
to Elmina?
Almina,
That's half a
and
day.
then okay. Then do we want to go back to Almina and just check on the teleportation scroll?
I could just act like, truthfully, I could do a sending to York and be like, "Hey, can you ask how much this is? Like, or if it's
Because if we can't
possible."
afford it, that's a whole other thing, right?
Yeah, like I'd rather just do a sending. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like I can do that now, actually,
yeah.
if that's
Let's do
okay
that.
with you guys.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's fine.
So I'll do a sending to York. I was like, okay, second, third level spell of the day. Hey York, it's Ray. We're safe. Wondering if Almina had teleportation scrolls we could potentially use. If so, how much do they cost? Love you.
Teleportation circle. No.
I think that while you're waiting on a response, Taro does speak up and go, I did study that there are teleportation circles, I think, in all of the capitals. If that helps.
That does
And
help.
your family lives in the capital, so we will just need to be ported there and back.
If there's a circle in Almina, then it makes it cheaper. Much, 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 much cheaper.
Mhm.
Almina is the capital, right?
Yes,
No, it's
Almina
Marnock.
is the
Oh, it is?
Marnock is the capital of Tarlin. Almina is the capital of Aurelian.
Oh, so there would be capitals
Different
in
nations.
both.
Yes.
Fucking awesome.
Kashvani is
So-
also a capital. In case that also helps.
Wait, it is?
Yes, Kashvani is the capital.
What
of,
the fuck?
Yeah,
Sick as titties.
you guys should look at the map at some point.
Is Ebony Arch a capital?
And so No. Ebony Arch is technically a part of Aurelian. Najima is the capital of that like southern tip next to Ebony Arch. They're their own mini nation. And then Goldcrest's capital is Prawn.
Cool.
I imagine if I had to guess, Kashvani might be the capital because of its proximity to the ethereal waterfall.
Yes.
Big,
That would likely be a piece of it.
big economy, being a port city. It's next to one of the biggest wonders of the world.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sounds dope.
All right. So
Ray, you get a response from Dear Sweet Papa, who, in a monotone voice, just responds with, "Glad to hear you're safe. Why do you need a teleportation circle? Is this urgent? Where are you going?" That's all.
Where did you
Their
come from?
their voice is very monotone, but you catch the like. They're asking a lot of questions, which typically means they're concerned.
Okay. Crack my knuckles. Third, we're taking a nap after this, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. 'cause
it's
I was
nighttime. We're
getting
gonna fly the
tired.
rest of the night while we sleep.
Yeah. Okay, third level spell. Not for me, but a friend of ours' family is in danger. In what's the name of the capital?
Marnock.
Marnock.
Larnon. We need to get there and back to get them to safety.
Is that the full message?
I have 4 more words.
Okay.
Sorry to worry you.
Okay.
You're not
You
my
get a
child.
response. Who are you? You get a response. I'm so sorry. You get a response that's okay. I'll handle it. I can't do that very often. When do you need it? So sorry. They got 10 more words. What else is he saying? I'll start the arrangements. I should have it soon. Bye.
I wish I could just send like a 1-word message to be like,
Die.
Tomorrow.
tomorrow. Like, yeah, like,
Yeah.
just fucking, I'm out of spells. I swear, he always does this. Every time I've ever done this before, he always asks me like questions of like, oh, follow up. It's like, I know he's not like a primary spellcaster, but he's got to know that like I don't have infinite of this shit. You know what I mean?
The
I'm
gall.
like ranting to people.
The gall. The audacity. Well, I
And
think
then
it's
he
time.
needs- Oh yeah, sorry. York's to get the teleportation scrolls, so we are hopefully good with that. We should go continue
Wonderful.
forward.
If he can get up for us in the next, I don't know, day or so, we can get Jaden's family safe and be on our way back well early of Tompkins' deadline.
I hope
Um,
everyone's
Mhm.
well rested today. And maybe tomorrow, because that's all we're fucking getting for the next like week.
oh,
We have a lot of shit to do.
that's true. Well, In the morning, we can send a message before we figure out teleportation scroll times to Jaden's family to get those arrangements made. Aro, at some point, can we, your assignment is to get clothes for Jaden that aren't blue.
Tara will nod and look over at Ray for a second and be like, well, we do have a lot of shift weave fabric, so gives me something to work on.
I like smile and nod. Yeah.
Does Okino sleep?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a lot of bags Okino would have if they did not sleep under the eyes.
That's a good one. All right. Then are we assigning watches for the boat ride back?
Wait, are we going to Elmina?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we can get the teleportation scrolls like now, do that part, and then immediately head
true.
back to Shebish. Right?
Yeah. Okay. I guess yeah. Do we want to do watches?
I'll take first watch.
I will
My
do
internet
second
cut off the
watch.
last like minute. What just happened? I'm sorry.
We are taking
My
the
computer?
watches.
Okay, my computer just sometimes decides to like cut my internet signal, and I don't know why. It's not
Yeah.
my internet; it's just my computer just goes "fuck you."
Yeah,
Okay,
I've
so watches are
experienced that.
happening. Ray's taking first watch.
I am the second of watch.
Incredible.
Did
The music
somebody
bot
just
is
did
having
somebody
a
just
seizure.
leave and come back? What was that?
I think that was the music bot.
That would be the music bot.
Yep,
It's
it just did
there.
it
It
again.
is. All right. Well.
I will take
Anyway.
the third watch.
Okay.
All right.
Okino will like raise a hand and like pat Ray's shoulder, offering to take a watch with Ray. Taro is happy to take a watch as well. It's about this point that also Alden returns back into the room. Kind of like holding the sending stone in hand. It's like, I just spoke with the head druid. Doesn't sound good over there, actually.
Oh,
It doesn't sound good at all.
Shit. Okay.
They haven't broken through the I think we talked about this a while ago. The druids made a huge overgrowth wall to kind of protect themselves. Doesn't stop the wyvern riders coming over the top, but those are, they can shoot those down. The magic over there is apparently getting really unstable, and anomalies are popping up all over the place. And the instability is causing more rifts to tear. So I think I do need to go back.
Okay.
all right. Hold on. Let me write that one down too.
Write what down? You're like, you pull out a piece of paper, your glasses.
All right. Step 4, 5, and 6. I guess that one's pretty important. I'll add that to 2, 3, and 4. Which means the next one has to become 5 and 6.
Undecided. Okay. Alden is perfectly happy to take a watch as well. So you should have an NPC for each of your watches, I believe. You got Alden, you got Taro, and you've got Okino. The OG NPCs.
Yar? Holden and Alden Me and Okino, Taro and Ray.
Does that sound good to you guys?
Yeah.
All the buds.
All the buds.
Since when are you and Okino buds?
He's been my partnered NPC for like the last 6 sessions.
They.
It was
You
a
can be
setup.
buds when you start using the right
It
pronouns.
was a setup. How he got you.
Damn.
Ugh,
It was an inside job.
it was an inside job. All right, everyone, go ahead and roll me perceptions with advantage as you take watches through the night.
I just did a dollar
Ooh,
sign
natural 18
instead of.
plus.
A dollar
You're a
sign.
fool.
The bot has overtaken your
It
life.
did.
What is my
Uh,
percepi? I think it's a +5. It is.
14 plus 2, 16. Thank God for the advantage.
Yep, watch.
25.
25, 16, 19. Okay. Unless there's anything else to discuss before you guys disperse for the night, watches begin. I'm gonna check very quickly. Is there anything anyone wanted to do before I discuss watches?
Nope.
Nope.
Give Jaden a little pat on the head. Good job. You did it.
Wow, good job. Glad you're not dead again.
You guys did all this planning, and Jaden just kind of stared vacantly into the distance for a little bit. But like, the gravity of like literally dying is slowly sinking in. Oh,
I wonder if Jaden saw hell. I,
nobody asked.
at some point, I'm gonna have. Obviously, I was gonna ask tonight. It just
Music bot.
happened.
I'm just. Ugh, this music bot, just get out of here. Just leave. We'll try that again. I kicked the music bot. What happened?
Oh.
I am ascended.
Get out!
I am
Go
beyond
away.
you.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Okay. What?
He's back. He's back.
Your power means nothing.
Okay. Alright. You're on your last fucking instance, jockey. You better fucking watch out.
The music bot has a mission.
It will finish what it started. Okay. Watches
What are you
ensue.
doing? Finishing this fuck.
Finishing the job. Ray, you settle in with Taro for first watch. It's quiet. You guys are able to get your dear sweet pilot buddy to agree to turn around the ship. He didn't mind ultimately. Going back means getting repairs sooner rather than later. He felt pretty confident that Almina would have better parts than Bolshu would, so he didn't mind. It's pretty quiet. Taro kind of spends time both keeping a lookout with you and also sketching up some clothing plans for Jaden. And occasionally showing them to Ray. While you guys, I assume, are kind of just patrolling around the ship as a whole. It's quiet, it's peaceful. Whenever you guys pass around on the top deck of the ship, there is like substantial blood stains on the ground up there, to be washed away by the rain or a mop later at some point. But it's peaceful and uneventful otherwise. Just to check, is there anything you want to do at that time?
I think Ray's just trying to truly just trying to decompress after everything that's been happening. Of the more and more things that are getting piled up. A little bit, and this isn't something they'd say outwardly. Just the kind of feeling the goal they had set for themselves kind of getting pushed further and further out.
Yeah.
But this is important to them.
Right. Okay.
Other than that, no.
Eventually, your watch ends and you go and wake up Alden and Holden, the two ends, for their watch, and you and Taro head to bed. Holden, you and Alden kind of patrol around the ship as well, splitting off at some points and sometimes just kind of walking together when it seems pretty clear that it's quiet. By this point in the night, you guys are passing back through the mountains. You had originally been to see the desert in the distance, but now the desert is behind you and the mountains are ahead of you. You're kind of passing into that space where you had run into Tompkin just a couple days prior. It's quiet, it's peaceful. There are those substantial blood stains across the deck to be rained on or mopped at some point. Hunis is piloting the ship. Kind of tiredly sipping some coffee, but he'll get his rest once they've reached once all of you've reached harbor.
I think Holden would pop in for Eunice real fast and say, once we get back, it's not the same as sleep, but I can remove some of that tiredness you might feel.
Eunice will look over at you, coffee cup in one hand, other hand on the steering wheel, give you a big smile despite everything that has just happened, and be like, I appreciate that, Slugger. You don't have to worry about me. I'll get my sleep. I sleep like a rock.
All right. We really appreciate this, by the way.
Hey, it's no problem. As long as the next time you get on my ship it doesn't blow up again, it's fine.
Wasn't planning on the first one. So
That's okay. I know. It's okay. This is enough excitement for me for now, though, so. Please, no more explosions on the ship.
we will not cause any. As
It's
us.
just like nods and that like I see what you're doing with the like he just nods and just goes understood.
We understand each other.
We understand.
All right, throw him overboard.
And he goes, no.
This is our ship.
Yeah, no, it's
I
our
mean, we
ship.
could, but we're not gonna.
We
but
won't
we
hurt
could.
your ship, so it's a good thing it's ours. Yeah.
But
Yippee.
we could.
Yeah, you throw him overboard and immediately fireball the deck. I do what I want.
So we don't even take the ship. We just explode.
We just
Yeah.
blow it up.
Just blow it up. Okay.
Well, that's all evidence.
Your watch is peaceful. Eventually, you head off to get Fenris and Okano for the final watch. Fenris gets up. It's like the beginning of dawn is starting to break, so it's not quite a black sky. It's that like very deep purple color that slowly turns into a lighter purple and a soft pink and oranges and yellows, and eventually you start to see the sun peeking up near the end of your watch. It's hard to have a conversation with Okano, but they're rather expressive. You kind of get the idea that that Okano is ready to be on land again. They don't hate being on the airship. They don't love being off the ground for long periods of time. You kind of get the idea they probably aren't a huge fan of the heights, and it sinks in pretty like legitimately when you note that Okano would prefer to stay not on the deck but inside of the ship and not near the windows. They're being a trooper.
Mhm.
but you have to be
Fenris
alone
will
on
just-
the deck.
Fenris will just see Okino doing this, be like, "Yeah, me too, buddy."
Okino does like the dismissive hand wave, like, "I don't know what you're talking about," and then proceeds to cross their arms and not follow you up the stairs onto the deck.
Oh.
Eventually, as everyone starts to wake, you guys return to Almina. It's the same city you remember. There's no drastic fires or anything. As you all get your stuff and you're stepping off, Eunice gives you all a big smile and says, "Well, I hope to see you all around. I'll probably do some repairs and then I'll head back out again. If you happen to be wanting to go that way and I'm still in port when you guys come back, I'd be happy to do it again." And like looks at Jaden for a second, kind of warily, and she goes, "Just no more explosions. I can't afford to fix those forever." Jaden kind of shrinks a little, gives a quiet apology.
Well,
And everyone stares at Eunice.
And we
Eunice
blow,
leaves.
we blow Eunice up.
Yep.
I push Eunice off the ship.
Yeah. Oh
and
Are we
Loki, I
all
look
It's
back to
our
you.
ship
Wings.
now.
I suspect we might be back tomorrow.
no! Tomorrow. Okay. I don't know if it'll be fixed tomorrow. It might take 2 or 3 days.
Depends on timing. Yeah. We'll coordinate with you, but we hopefully, unless our end of things also takes a long time, we would like to head back out with you when you leave.
Well, you know where to find me.
Sure do.
Well, best of luck to all of you. Stay safe out there.
Wait,
Thank you, you too.
wait.
Uh,
We never came up with a name,
We can do that later.
Eunice. Do you have any suggestions?
I think that Eunice kind of like looks over the group of you. She's like, "Well, I've known you for about 12 hours, so
That's enough.
I mean, anything that I'd have to offer would have to do with your explosive personalities." And like does like the elbow gesture, like, "Eh?" I have no idea though. I'm very bad at naming
Well,
things.
just
That's why
we could
my
make
my
those
ship.
firecrackers. Crackers for short.
Good.
No.
We're the
Oh
Rose-
just call ourselves
no.
the bomb. So when we
Rose-
enter a room, we can
Oh my
say
god.
the bomb is here.
The bomb has
Every-
dropped.
Why does everyone always hide under tables when we announce ourselves?
When our plans go through, we could say the bomb was planted before you knew.
I don't know why, but we could be the holdouts.
No.
I
No.
genuinely
No.
thought earlier I laughed at nothing, and it's because I thought of the Beholden.
No.
Oh my
no.
god.
No.
Oh no.
Oh, that's
I
so
think-
good.
I think
No.
you guys take until like this next Sunday to even just kind of like text about it and come up with a plan.
All right.
Oh,
Oh,
It
so
shouldn't be
hold on.
something you do in a moment's notice.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I would like to know, are we just getting scrolls, or if we have like potentially 2 to 3 days, do we want to try the silent sect stuff?
I don't know if we want to get involved in that yet, if
Why?
I'm being honest.
Why? We've just
Because it
obtained a
might
new
take
ally
longer than that.
who isn't able to use their weapon. Why?
Or any of their abilities, because their abilities ties to their ability to
Yeah.
use their
What's
weapon.
the fucking problem? Let's just go. Let's do it. Why?
Jaden has a bow that they cannot fire, that they could smack something with,
We
at
can
best.
purchase.
You need
We
to
can
get-
What
purchase
about like
arrows.
what about a light crossbow? Yeah, like a one-hander, a hand crossbow.
A one-hander, sure. The reason, Dre, is because Jaden's arm was nearly severed
Yeah.
off of their body. So they need a couple of days
That's
in
right,
game
yeah.
to recover.
I forgot about
So-
that.
It is a one-handing job of any sort for Jaden to try and help you guys.
Oh, what?
No.
Shut up.
Nope.
Shut up. Shut up.
We just finished the session fully. Howie.
All right, beholdens, let's go.
No,
No.
the beholden.
We're not doing
No,
that name.
we're
I don't
not.
like that
I-
name.
Well, listen. Here's the thing. You give me a better name, I'll use it.
Here's the deal. I need to know if you guys are going to look into a silent sect before you leave town, or if you are going to try and leave town, and then
Hey.
if there's time when you come back, do the silent sect.
If we have 2 or 3 days, I think we could do it. We could at least give it a little scoutsy.
I agree.
I mean, yeah. What else are we gonna do here?
Now, scoutsies do tend to turn into realsies pretty quick.
Scoutsies.
Yeah.
So we would probably just be doing the silent sect, but we could give it a little look. I'm just saying.
You're admitting to yourself. You're admitting it.
Yeah.
I think we're taking a look at the silent sect the next 3 days. We're also
We're
hoping.
doing it after
do
we
the-
come back from the teleporting, okay?
Yes. Assuming the teleporting isn't also in 2 to 3 days, if it's
I
today.
was gonna say that.
Or
We're doing the
assuming
teleportation
that it
thing
happens
first.
at
The
all.
silent sect is truly the least pressing matter of the ones. It literally has not changed in over 10 years.
pressing matter of the silent sect.
Teleporting and silent sec is our plan in
Alright.
some order.
Let me edit the thing.
Teleporting first. I just said that.
Hopefully.
Nope.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what if we go to, Ray's dad? What is Ray's dad's
Sure.
pronouns?
He they.
And
They're
he
safe.
says, "Yeah, I tried this time." And he says, "Hey, they're gonna be ready in 2 days." Then don't we do silent sec first?
No. Because
Quiet.
If we
No.
die, in there, who's gonna save our friend's family?
There you go.
Oh,
Now
we're concerned about dying.
So if
I've
if
added
we
an
die,
immediate plan.
Hey, Dre,
section.
didn't ask.
hey, if we put his family,
Their family.
their family,
Oh,
in
you
the
did
book.
it. Ooh.
and then we die
He's
after,
still corrected.
who's gonna save
Good.
their family?
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
I don't think the order of those two makes a difference. Like,
Okay, so your plan is to do your teleport if you can first, and then if there's time before Eunice is ready, doing recon.
Do the
Yeah,
silent.
silent sect survey
Yeah.
sabotage.
Okay. Are we good to go about 10 more minutes? Because my goal is to end with a certain thing. We can end here if you would prefer.
If
I
you
can go
have
10
an
more minutes.
ending point, it will be a little awkward because I did switch it over to the see you next time screen, but that is for literally nobody to care about. We could just keep going.
As
Yes,
as
yes,
long
yes.
as it is 10 more minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah, it will not go long.
I am sleepy.
Hello, Sleepy. I'm dead. Okay. You guys say your goodbyes to Hunis and head back into town. I assume to find Yorick. Is that right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yar. Come on, music bot. Okay, it's fine. For the sake of time, I'll gloss over a little bit here. You're able to find Yorick. Yorick is at the leader's abode, which is where Ray knows Yorick tends to spend a lot of their time. They have like a desk there that he works at. York will come out to you all and inform you that he had no idea when you guys were going to need this because Ray ran into spell slots and like York made an assumption based off the fact they didn't hear anything. The School of Divination has has the teleportation circle for the city. And they can teleport you where you need to go. And York can provide temporary diplomatic immunity while you're in Tarlin because they are weird about outsiders in their capital city. Is there any objections to going?
I mean, if we have it now, we have it now.
Okay, I just want to make sure. I'm yawning. Oh no, I'm running out of time. My life is dwindling before my eyes. Okay. You guys make your way to the divination school, which I have a reference picture for, but I will continue to talk as I find it. This building is less of a building and more of a like vast series of rooms and floors underneath the top section of Almina. It's like a 3-tiered stair step system. The entire like meat and bones of what is underneath the top sect is not earth. It is hollowed out and it is this vast divination school library. The interior copy looks a bit like this. There are these like strange soft glowing floating glimpses in time. It is not chronogy magic. It is like things from time captured in that moment instead of time being like fucked with. It just being held.
It's a picture.
I never sent the picture. I got
No,
distracted.
no,
Yeah.
like it's that's what it. That's what it is. It's a picture.
There it is.
It's like a
Yeah,
three-dimensional picture.
totally. Yes. There are rooms upon rooms of just like tables and chairs and things to sit in, and every single wall is a variety of different books on these bookcases. There are students everywhere, and some of these rooms off to the sides have like not doors, but more of like these thick curtains, and you can hear the muffled sound of what you assume to be classes being taught in there, as this is still a teaching school. Kind of scattered around are also these displays of historical magical items that at first glance seem very stealable, but whether or not you want to take that risk is up to you. There's a variety of things. There's a helm here. There's a big chunk of metal that seems to have a bunch of small writing along it. There is this statue of this like kind of hellish looking woman. It's very old and like well worn. There's this like small chalice, and there's some sort of like a tattered cape as well. But you are led by one of the like senior students to a back room. It's less of a room and more of this like very wide open space with a variety of like smaller seating arrangements and this like big carved in magic circle in the ground that is like inlaid with find bits of gold and stuff. It's very, very beautiful. It's been here a very long time as well. The student informs you that they're going to be the one teleporting you. It's part of their senior thesis is to like prove their higher skills of magic. So they usher you all onto the circle and ask you guys where you're going, just to double check. You inform them that you want to go to Marnock.
Yeah.
You have with you somebody write it down, but you do have a like scroll for like temporary diplomatic immunity. It lasts like 48 hours, so you don't have it forever. The student informs you that you are going actually from Wizard College to Wizard College, so you're going from divination into the College of War.
Mm.
Student also informs you to brace yourself and not to lose your lunch. I do also want to ask, there are 9 of you. So do you want to put somebody in the book? Because I believe magic teleportation circle only works for like 8
Teleportation
people.
circle
Or is
opens
that
up
everyone?
teleportation circle opens up a portal on the circle, and it's whoever can go in 6 seconds.
Okay.
I don't believe so.
I
Yeah,
I
I
looked
thought
it
it
up
was
because I
8
was
people.
curious on a creature limit.
No.
Okay. I'll look at it later. At worst, you throw some people in a book. That's
Yeah.
going to be the bane of my existence one day, and I know it. This is the bag of holding debacle that Howie has, but that's
Really quick,
for later.
it says a shimmering portal opens within the circle you drew and remains open until the end of your next turn. Any creature that enters the portal instantly appears within 5 feet of the destination circle or in the nearest unoccupied space if that space is occupied. That's all it
Hmm.
says. And then the rest
Cool.
is about where you can find permanent teleportation circles.
Okay. Alrighty. Then not a problem. The student places their hands on the edge of the teleportation circle, and like the golden pieces, the flecks first illuminate, and then slowly it fills in the rest of the empty space within the carved out portions of the circle. It illuminates, and you are all able to walk in. You get a flash of light, kind of straight to the eyes. And as you blink again, you are indeed in another place. There are other students kind of walking around. They're all adorned in these like red robes of some sort. They're all magical students, of course. What you are looking at is this like really like Roman inspired location. These like really nicely carved pillars. You're inside of this um I'm losing all vocabulary right now. This is super sad and embarrassing. It's like a big greenhouse of sorts. You're
Mm.
standing in front of a statue of a woman in full clad armor, and the like roof and ceiling areas are these like curved tops that have these curved window panes that allow in this natural light that helps everything in here kind of grow. Looking through the windows, you're able to see the beginnings and tops of buildings, the likes of which are also quite beautiful and white. Uh, Not quite unnaturally clean, but clearly well kept. Um, yeah, you have made it to Kashvani. We will end there. I will find a better picture for Kashvani because I had one and I realized it was not a good one. So I'll find
All
another.
good.
But yeah, you have found yourself in Kashvani. This is nice, but not what I wanted, actually. Sad.
Let's go.
Let's fucking go. Alrighty, gang. Let's run through quick pros and cons of how we felt, and then we can end the recording and people can go to sleep. As people are sleepy.
Pro. Yeah.
Yeah.
Con?
No.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, that's what I thought.
All right, I got you. Pro.
Yeah.
RP was good. I have 2 cons. Con number 1, it really sucks that you guys weren't on time because I clearly was.
Oh yeah,
Uh-huh.
of course.
Con number 2, the picture of the College of War is in the Perios people section instead of the Thylacine people section. Disgraceful.
It's because you're not in
We're still
Thylacine.
we're still Imperios.
Oh, are
Maybe
we?
if you looked
Yeah.
at a map, you silly goober.
You're right. I'm stupid.
Thylacine is the northern continent.
You're right.
I know.
Con number 2, let me amend. Con 2, I'm stupid.
Wow.
I agree. That is a huge con.
Here, just so you know, I will remove this in a second, but you know.
Okay, it's Tarlin and not Thyla. It was another T. Just
You've goobed
Eh.
it up.
Oh,
yeah.
My bad. That's my bad.
You've goofed it.
There you go. Instead of the blues, it's a lot more reds, but that's pretty close.
Did you say
Nice.
blue?
oh, there they are. There they are. Oh my God, it's the arrow. Kill him. Kill
Please,
him.
for the
Kill
love
him.
of God, just give me pros and cons so we can end the recording, please.
All right.
Pros,
Please free me.
thank you for not making Jaden evil. Con, why didn't you make Jaden evil?
My bad.
I don't think I have any actual cons. I enjoyed this session.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have much to add. I enjoyed the RP. It was we had a good planning session.
I think it was pretty necessary.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
We ungood until we bungood.
Look at that, Shay. You're not gonna go to bed sad. Probably.
Too late.
You're not allowed.
I'm already asleep and sad. Now
No.
I blame Ashley.
Alright.
I don't
Well.
get to watch Shay sleep while being sad. I just have to watch him sleep like normal.
Pro, I get to watch Shay sleep. Alright, guys. As per the usual, if you come up with any pros or cons later, you can always shoot me a DM.
Yep.
Talk
I
to me
always
privately,
do.
do what you gotta do.
Yep.
Good session, everyone. I am glad we had time to meet today to get this
I
done and
am
dusted.
too.
Lit. Like and subscribe.
No.
Help. Help me.